Let's talk about the electric guitars now. Because it was very difficult for me to mix these guitars and I really don't have a lot of time to continue to mix them, I'm just going to show you what I did to try and improve the overall dynamics of the mix and the tone. So I've done a little bit of automation, and you can see here my automation lines, and I'm using my PreSonus fader port and my Mackie Control Universal to do the automation. On some of these I did it manually, but it just takes me a little bit long to do it. In Pro Tools it's actually a lot faster to do so because the automation lines are very easy to manipulate. So this, I mean, the Studio One really does not lag behind. It's just a little different, and so I like using the faders. And let me show you where I actually made some changes. Okay, so the right guitar sounds like this. So it's got a bit of a lead line in the chorus, so I just raised that up a little bit just so that it will cut through the mix more and it can be more audible. And it's not very smooth, as you see, as you can hear, it picks up automatically, and I need to fix that. But if you hear it in context, it sounds a lot better. So if we didn't have the automation, this is what it would sound like. Kind of gets lost in the mix with it on. And one thing that I could do to make it smoother here is probably just come in here and do this, so it doesn't sound so awkward. Okay, and then I heard a couple of things here that I thought needed to come up. And again, that's the chorus. And this is the instrumental section. And basically I just wrote the fader there. And if you look here, I've done some quick things here. It was just a little lead part, and I wanted you to be able to hear it. Okay, and I kept that through the end. The other thing that I did is I went to the guitar stem here, and I adjusted the overall level, the overall guitar mix. So the output is going from the electric guitar tracks into an electric guitar bus, and the bus is going into the stems. So when I create automation on the stem, it doesn't affect the input to anything other than the mix bus. My compressor, as you can see, is only giving me about 2 dBs of gain reduction, so it's not really affecting the tone of the guitar. So this is why I love to have stems. It gives you that extra level of comfort, extra level of protection for your tone that you've already achieved, because when you start moving your faders on the tracks, you can actually, if you raise the volume of your tracks, now you're increasing the input signal into your bus and into your stem. So you can make changes, and then you start to wonder why something is off in your mix when you worked so hard to get it to where it was. And basically what I did there is I brought the guitars down to allow the vocal to come through a little bit better and allow the bass to kind of stand out a little bit better within the mix. Check it out. So you could hear the picking of the bass, the nice fingering of the bass, and it allows the guitars to rest, go to the back a little bit, and the bass to come forward. And then you also can hear the combination of the vocal and the bass a little bit better. Okay, that's good. And that's pretty much all I've done. I think I did a little bit of automation on the lead vocal. Let me just take a look at that. And that's right at the bridge. And basically what I did is I raised the level of the vocal, just the volume, just to make it stick out a little bit, because the bridge is nice and punchy, but it does get a little bit quieter in terms of rhythm. Check it out. And I'll show you where the vocal is here. And I think I did it to the bus. So let's go to the bridge. You see when the fader comes up on its own there?
Chegares aos portões daquilo que chamas o teu céu, a tua alma vai-te escapar entre os dedos. Quanto mais tentas alcançá-la, mais ela te foge dos dedos.
Okay, and that's it for the vocal and automation. Basically what I've done is just some very minor tweaks, and now it's almost ready for me to do a mix down so I can begin to master it. Now this is the point where I would send it off to somebody, or I would just master it myself. In this case, I'm actually going to use the project function or the project feature within Studio One to do a bit of mastering. And all I'm going to do is maybe change a bit of the top end and the low end and match it to a reference track and increase the level to about -10 dBFS. And I'll show you that on the next video. But I hope this video has helped to give you an overview of how I take the mix from beginning to end, and then how you can begin to start doing the minor tweaks. Remember, if you do the work ahead of time, the cleaning up, the editing, when you get to mixing and when you get to this, the tweaks have to be very subtle, because if you begin to change volumes and plugins and slapping all kinds of things on it, it's gonna just mess up your mix. I'm quite happy with this mix. Honestly, it's come out okay, despite the fact that I'm doing the stop and go videos. So I'm really looking forward to how it's gonna sound after mastering. So hey, thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and I'll see you soon. Alrighty, bye-bye.